remember the quiet before everything had a name. We were sitting on the floor, no lights, just shadows dancing on your skin. You said nothing lasts forever, but I still let you in. There was something in your silence, like a warning I ignored. I was building something fragile, you were halfway out the door. If I could freeze that moment right before it changed, I'd stay inside your laughter before it turned to pain. Take me back to before it broke, before the distance, before the smoke, before your eyes forgot my name, before love started shifting shape. We were whole, we were close, now I'm holding what we lost. I live inside that memory before it broke. You stopped reaching for my hand like it burned to feel me there, and every word between us started fading into air. I kept trying to believe we were just a phase away, but the truth was in you leaving. Even when you chose to stay, there was a line between us we never talked about. And somewhere in the quiet, you already walked out to take me back to before it broke, before the silence cut my throat, before your touch turned unfamiliar, before we stopped feeling similar. We were real, we were close, now I'm stuck with letting go. I live inside that memory before it broke. I should have seen it coming in the way you pulled away, and every almost I love you you didn't want to say, but I held on to pieces like they still made us whole. Now I'm left with the echoes and a version I don't know. Take me back to before it broke, before I learned to be alone, before your heart let go of mine, before we ran out of time. We were us, we were close, now it's over I suppose. I live inside that memory before it broke. Just one more night before it slipped away. Streetlights in a dark room. Typing something I won't send. Thumb hovering over your name again, like it's gonna answer back. Every word I almost say just fades into the black. You're somewhere I can't reach now, but I still pretend I can. Got 1,000 conversations that never even begin. I delete, rewrite, repeat, like it changes what we were. Every message feels incomplete, every silence feels louder. Late night texts I never sent, talking to you in my head again, typing out what I can't undo, then erasing every truth. It's always almost, never enough. Always close but out of touch. I'm stuck inside what we meant, and late night text I never sent. Your last reply still lives here, like it's frozen in time. I read it like it's different every single time. Try to move past the feeling, but it circles back slow, like your voice in the silence that refuses to go. Every line I try to write feels heavier than before. I keep reaching through the night for something that's not yours. Late night texts I never sent, conversations with a ghost again, saying things I couldn't say. Now they're buried anyway. It's always almost, never enough. Always close but out of touch. I'm still holding what we meant in late night text I never sent. If I press send, would it change anything? Or just remind me where we ended? I keep typing like you're listening, but it's just me pretending. Late night text I never sent, echoing where we've been. Every word just disappears, like you did from here. It's always almost, never enough. Always close but out of touch. I'm letting go but not quite yet, of late night text I never sent. Strange how silence can say this much. There's no more arguing now, no doors left to slam, no words falling over each other. Trying to understand the space where your voice used to live feels heavier than before. Not loud, not broken, just not there anymore. And I thought quiet meant peace, but this doesn't feel like relief. We don't talk anymore, but it doesn't feel like closure. No final line, no ending scene, just distance getting colder. Nothing left to defend, no reason left to explain, but the absence of everything still carries your name. I pass by places we know, like they don't recognize me. Every memory stays the same, but nothing feels the way it used to be. No blame left to give, no answers left to find, just echoes of something unfinished looping in my mind. And I thought time would release, but it just stretches the space underneath. We don't talk anymore, but it doesn't feel like closure. No goodbye, no final truth, just silence taking over. Nothing left to repair, no moment left to save, but the weight of what we were still hasn't gone away. If I never hear your voice again, does it fade or stay the same? Does something end without an end, or just slowly rearrange? We don't talk anymore, but it doesn't feel like closure. No clean break, no clear result, just distance growing older. Nothing left to pretend, no words left to explain. But the quiet between us still remembers your name. No last conversation, just gone. It's cold enough, even with the lights off the same way. She still carry your outline, like you just stepped away. But the space beside me doesn't hold anything. Your side used to move every time you breathe. Now it's just untouched fabric, and the weight of what's missing. I reach without thinking, and remember too late. The cold side of the bed says more than words ever did. No warmth, no trace, no echo left, just where you used to exist. I turn but nothing changes, it stays empty instead. Every night reminds me, on the cold side of the bed. Pillow still falls the same, but it never feels right, like something's out of rhythm with the rest of my life. The dark feels different now, not quiet, just white, like there's too much room for everything I can't hide. I close my eyes, hoping it shifts back somehow. The cold side of the bed keeps telling me you're gone. No moving, no warmth, no second breath, just silence holding on. I turn but nothing answers, it stays empty instead. Every night repeats it, on the cold side of the bed. I didn't know absence could take up this much space. Didn't know a memory could have a shape. The cold side of the bed doesn't let me forget. No matter how still I lie, it hasn't warmed up yet. I turn but nothing's there, just what's left unsaid. Learning how to sleep alone, on the cold side of the bed. No sound, just space. today. Didn't think it would feel like that. Someone said it casually, like it didn't mean a thing, just a sounding conversation, but it pulled on everything. I froze in the moment, tried to play it off the same, but there's something in my chest every time I hear your name. It's strange how a word can carry so much weight. Your name still hurts more than I expected. It's just a few letters, but I feel it connected to everything we were, to everything we lost. I didn't know a memory could hit me this hard. Your name still hurts, even though out of nowhere it finds me in silence, like you're still there. See it on a screen sometimes, or hear it in a crowd, and suddenly the quiet doesn't feel so quiet now. It's not even about you or where you might be, it's how something so simple still gets through to me. I thought I moved past it, but it lingers in waves. Your name still like it's tied to a feeling that I tried to let go of, but never stop feeling. It brings back the moments I don't want to revisit. I didn't know distance wouldn't change what this is. Your name still hurts even when I'm okay. It finds its own time and it pulls me away. It's not just a name anymore, it's everything behind it. Every place, every word, every version I can't rewind to. Your name still hurts, but I don't say it out loud. I just carry the echo and blend with the crowd. It's losing its meaning, but not fast enough. You're You're not. You're not. We were close, closer than we realized. It wasn't broken from the start, it didn't fall apart too fast. We were somewhere in between, something real but built to pass. You knew how to read my silence, I knew how to calm your storms. We were learning each other without calling it more. We never said what it was, but we both felt enough. It was almost love, almost everything I needed, almost something I could trust. But it slipped before I could keep it. We were right there on the edge, close enough to call it us, but something held us back from becoming almost love. We had moments that felt certain, like they wouldn't fade away, but every time it got too real, fights, no loud goodbyes, just distance growing slow. Like we both saw the ending but didn't let it show. We stayed in the middle, too afraid to fall through. It was almost love, almost more than just a feeling, almost something strong enough, but never strong enough for healing. We were right there on the edge, close enough to call it us, but something kept it from becoming almost love. Maybe if we tried a little harder, stayed a little longer, would it have changed anything, or just made the ending stronger? It was almost love, and maybe that's what hurts the most. Not losing something real, but losing something close. We were right there on the edge, close enough to call it us. Now it's just a memory of what was almost love. It's 3 a.m. and my mind won't slow down. Ceiling staring back at me like it knows I'm still awake. Every second stretches out, every breath feels out of place. Tried to close my eyes again, but it only makes it worse. Every thought I kept inside finds a way to surface first. It's louder in the quiet than it ever was with you. These 3 a.m. thoughts don't know how to let me rest, running circles in my head. Every word you never said, I replay it differently, like it changes how it ends, but it always leads me back to these 3 a.m. thoughts again. Every what if hits me slow, every maybe feels too late. I rewrite the way it went, but it never rearranges. Try to bury everything, keep it somewhere out of reach, but the silence brings it closer, like it's something I can't keep. There's no way to outrun what's already in my head. These 3 a.m. thoughts don't fade with the night, they just shift into something I can't quiet. Every version of the past starts to blur and then repeats, and I'm stuck inside the space between asleep and not asleep. If I fall asleep, will it finally stop, or just wait for me to wake back up? These 3 a.m. thoughts don't need a reason to to show up uninvited and refuse to fade away. Every silence turned into something I can't define, and it all comes back to life at 3 a.m. again. No sleep, just noise. It's getting harder to remember things the way they were. Your face is still familiar, but the details slip away like colors left in sunlight. Slowly start to fade. I try to hold the moments, but they don't stay in place. Every time I reach for them, they blur a little more each day. I thought I'd never lose it, but it's changing without me. Fading pictures in my mind used to feel so clear and alive. Now they're softer at the edges, like they're running out of time. Every memory I keep loses something when I try to bring it back the way it was, but it's fading every time. I remember how you sounded, but not exactly what you'd say. And the way you used to laugh feels further than yesterday. Even the way it ended doesn't hit me like before. It's like the weight is lifting, but I'm not sure what for. I don't know if this is healing or just losing what we were. Pictures in my mind used to hold me in their light. Now they barely leave a shadow when I bring them back to life. Every feeling tied to you is getting harder to define, like I'm watching something leave without knowing when or why. If I forget the small things, do I lose the meaning too? Or is this just the way I'm learning not to hold on to you? Fading pictures in my mind don't feel heavy like before. They're still there but different, like they don't belong anymore. Every memory I keep feels quieter inside, like it's slowly letting go without asking me. This time it's still there, just not the same. I didn't expect. To see you like that. I was learning how to breathe again, taking it day by day, trying not to think about everything we couldn't say. Then I saw you in a moment I wasn't ready to face, and suddenly the distance didn't feel like space. You looked like you were fine, like nothing ever changed. You moved on first, like it didn't take you long, like everything we built together was easier to let go of. I'm still somewhere in between what we were and what we're not, but you're already past it, and I'm still getting caught. You moved on first. There was someone standing with you, close enough to understand. The way you used to look at me now belongs to someone else's hands. I didn't know it hurt more, the fact that you're okay, or how replaceable I felt in the way you walked away. I stayed longer in the feeling you left before it stayed. Feel this at all, or did it fade before it started? Was I the only one who stayed where we departed? You moved on first, and I didn't see it coming. I thought we were just breaking, not already becoming nothing. I'm still learning how on first. Guess I stayed a little too long. I thought if it was real, it would be enough. We gave it everything we had, or at least that's how it felt. Every piece we tried to fix still ended up somewhere else. We held on through the pressure, tried to bend without a break, but something in the foundation couldn't carry all that weight. I kept believing effort would be stronger than the cracks. Love wasn't enough to keep us where we started. It couldn't hold together everything that fell apart. We tried to make it work, but it kept slipping through. I didn't want to face it, but love wasn't enough. something coming undone. I thought staying would solve it, but staying didn't heal. Love wasn't enough to rebuild what was missing. It couldn't fill the spaces. We stopped trying to listen. We gave it everything, but it still wasn't true. I didn't want to accept it. But love wasn't enough for you. Maybe love needs more than feeling. Maybe timing has to say. Maybe wanting something deeply doesn't mean it finds a way. Love wasn't enough, and I finally understand it. It doesn't mean it wasn't real, just that we couldn't stand it. We tried to make it last, but it slipped out of you. And now I see it clearly. Love wasn't enough for you. Not everything that's real is meant to stay. So why do I still feel it? We had a way of breaking things, then calling it a phase, turning every warning sign into something we could chase. You knew how to push my limits, I knew how to stay too long. We kept crossing every line, then pretending nothing's wrong. I see it clearer now, but that doesn't change the pull. These toxic memories still find a way to call me, even when I know the truth. They don't let go of me. Every high, every low, every moment in between. I should've left it all behind, but it still feels close to me. These toxic memories, there were nights that felt electric, like nothing else existed. Even all the broken parts had a way of feeling different. Now I see it for what it was, not something I should miss. But there's a part of me that lingers in the middle of all this. I know better now, but it doesn't fade that fast. These toxic memories don't follow any reason, follow uninvited in every quiet season. Every wrong that felt so right, every moment in disguise. I should've learned to let it go, but it's harder than I thought. These toxic memories, these toxic memories. Was it real, or just something I got used to? Did I love you, going through. These toxic memories still echo when it's silent. Even when I walk away, they keep me tied inside. Every piece I try to lose still finds a way to be closer than it should be now. These toxic memories, I know what it was, but it's still I don't even know if I'd say this out loud, but I needed somewhere to put it. I kept a lot inside, more than I ever showed. Every time I almost spoke, I just let it go. Not because it didn't matter, but I didn't know how to say what I was feeling without breaking us down. So I stayed quiet, thinking it would keep things safe. These voice notes I never sent hold everything I meant, every truth I kept inside, every moment I went silent. Now it's all just sitting here with nowhere left to go. Things I should have said back then that you'll never know. There were nights I wanted to tell you exactly what I feel, but I didn't want to lose you, so I disappeared. Not physically, just slowly pulling pieces back, trying not to say too much, trying not to crack. I thought holding it in would somehow hold us together. These voice notes I never sent carry every version of regret, all the words I buried deep. Now they don't let me rest. If I could rewind the silence, I would say it all, but now there's no one listening on the other side of it all. I wanted to say I was scared of losing you. I just didn't realize staying quiet would do it too. These voice notes I never sent are all that's left of it, every truth I hid away. Now I have to sit with it. No reply, no second chance, no moment left to show everything I never said. You'll never know. End of message. End of message. I'm not where I was, but I'm not there yet either. Some days feel lighter, like I can finally breathe. Other days it hits me like it never really leaves. I don't fight it like before, I just let it come and go, learning how to sit with instead of losing control. It's not perfect, but it's progress. Even when it's slow, I'm still healing, still finding my way through. Not who I was with you, but not someone brand new. I'm still learning how to let the weight fall off. It's not gone completely, but it doesn't hurt as much. I'm still healing. I don't check your name like that or wonder where you've been. I don't need the answers like I thought I did back then. There's a quiet in my chest now that I'm starting to understand. It's not empty like before, it just doesn't need your hand. I'm not rushing anything, I'm just letting it be. I'm still healing, still putting pieces in place, learning how to move on at my own pace. I'm still learning what it means to be okay. Not every moment's easy, but I'm better than yesterday. I'm still healing. Maybe it won't disappear, maybe it just changes form. Maybe strength is quieter than anything before. I'm still healing, and that's enough for now. I don't need to force it, I don't need to know how. I'm still learning how to carry what remains without letting it define me or bring me back to the pain. I'm still healing, slowly, slowly, but I'm getting there. Funny how you can know someone so well and then not at all. We used to fill the silence without even trying to speak. Now there's nothing left between us, not even something to keep. No tension, no confusion, no words left out of place. Just two separate directions, moving at a different pace. It's not heavy like before, it's just unfamiliar. We're strangers again, after everything we knew. All the moments that we shared now belong to something through. No need to understand, no reason to explain. We were something once, now we're strangers again. If I saw you in a crowd now, I wouldn't know what to say. Not because there's something broken, just nothing left to hold in place. No anger in the distance, no questions left behind. Just a quiet kind of ending that took its time. We didn't fall apart, we just slowly let go. We're strangers again, not in pain, not in regret. Just two people who once met and now have nothing left. No need to we're strangers again. Just two lives moving on. It doesn't feel the same anymore, but I remember how it did. There was a time your presence felt like somewhere I could stay. Didn't need to think about it, didn't need another place. Everything just settled when I was next to you. Like the world got quieter in a way I never knew. It wasn't perfect, but it felt like something real. You used to be home, not a place, but how it felt. Somewhere I could land without needing anything else. You used to be steady, like something I could trust. Now it's just a memory of what that was. You used to be home. I don't feel the absence the way I used to before. It's not something I'm chasing or reaching for anymore. Just a quiet understanding of what it used to mean. Not something I'm missing, just something that's been. It lives in a moment that I don't need to hold. You used to be home in a way I can't explain. Not something I could keep, not something that remained. You used to be certain, now it's just something that was. A feeling I remember but don't need, because you used to be home. Maybe that's the difference now. It doesn't pull me in, it just exists somewhere that I've already been. You used to be home, and I'm okay with that. It doesn't need to come back. I'm not living in the past. You used to be something that I don't need to replace. Just a part of my story that time put in its place. You used to be home, just a memory now. There's no moment for this, it just happens. It didn't come all at once, no sudden shift, no clear line. Just a gradual distance between your world and mine. The weight started lifting without me noticing when. Like something inside me was loosening its grip again. No final decision, just a quiet release. I'm letting you go slowly, not all at once, not all at once. Just piece by piece, gently, until there's nothing left to hold on to understand. I'm letting you go slowly, the way it should have been. I don't feel the urge to go back and look again, or search for something hidden in the way it used to end. Everything feels settled in a way I didn't expect. Not because it disappeared, but because I don't connect. It's not about forgetting, it's about not needing. I'm letting you go slowly, like something drifting out of you. Not forcing anything forward, not holding on to you. No weight in the silence, no reason to pretend. I'm letting you go slowly, without needing an end. There's nothing left to fix, nothing left to prove. Sometimes the only closure is learning how to move. I'm letting you go slowly, and I'm okay with how it feels. No rush, no hesitation, just something finally real. No part of me is holding on, no part of me defends. I'm letting you go slowly, until it fully ends. Come, 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 come. It's quiet now, not empty, just still. There was a time I couldn't hear myself. Through everything I felt, every thought was tangled in something I couldn't help. Now the noise has settled into something I can hold. Not heavy like it used to be, not something uncontrolled. I'm not searching for answers, I'm just letting things be. After the silence, I found a different kind of peace. Not the kind I was chasing, but the kind that lets me breathe. No need to go backwards, no need to explain. Everything has its place now, nothing pulling me away. After the silence, I don't feel the distance the way I did before. It's just space that exists now, nothing more. Every piece of the story sits where it belongs. Not something I carry, just something I've moved on from. It didn't happen suddenly, it just became clear. After the silence, there's a calm I understand. Not something I had to find, just something that began. No weight in remembering, no fear in letting go. Everything feels steady now, in a way I was before, but someone who understands. No need for what we were, no need to pretend. Everything found its meaning right where it ends, after the silence. And I'm okay with how it ends.